Hello everyone, we will try to solve this SQL query today. So the question says that we have to find students who scored 55% in each subject and 65% overall. So we have this input table, student marks, select star from student marks. So we have the details of these many students, A1, B1, C1, D1. So we can see that for each student we have marks of three different subjects: maths, physics, chemistry. Similarly, for all these students we have the marks for these three subjects: 31, 39, 28, and these are marks out of 50. So we have to find those students who have scored 55% or more in each of these subjects individually, and overall percentage should be 65% or more. So let's try to solve this question. So as a first step, let's try to see the percentage of individual subjects for each student. Let's see, select star, and then we will just see marks into 100.0 divided by 50. So why we are dividing it by 50? Because the total marks for every subject is 50. And we are multiplying it by 100 because we need percentage, and dot 0 I am taking because we need the answer in decimals also, and I am putting it as percentage from student marks. Okay, so we are getting this percentage for these subjects. So 31 marks means 62% out of 50. This will be 62%. So similarly for all these subjects. So now we have the percentage for each of these subjects individually. Now in the same query we will try to find out the overall percentage for each student. That means for this student A1 we will find out what is the overall percentage for these three subjects for student A1, and similarly for all the students. So to do that, how we will calculate the percentage? We will sum all these marks and divide it by 150. So that will give us the overall percentage. So what we will do? We will do sum of marks over partition by student name. Then I will put 100.0 divided by 150 as final percentage. Okay, so here you can see, let me just run this second query. So you can see we are getting this percentage. So these percentage, these are the percentage of subjects individually, and this is the final percentage for all these three subjects. Now you would notice that I am using this sum of marks, and then I am using it as a window function. Why I am doing this? Because as of now I don't want to reduce my details. If I use a simple aggregation function, I have to remove these columns. So for now I don't want to remove all the details, so that's why I am using sum marks, and then I am just doing a window function. So I am using partition by student name. So you can see this value will be same for all these three rows. By doing this I am still able to see these details because our query is not yet complete. We have just found the numbers. Now we have to put our filters. So let's put with PTC as, so this is our CTE. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to find those students who scored more than 55 in these individual subjects and more than 65 in this final percentage. So let's put a flag wherever we find these values which are needed. So select star, then put case when percentage more than equal to 55, then 0, else 1, and as percentage flag case when final percentage greater than equal to 65, then 0, else 1, and as final percentage flag. Sorry. From this PTC. Just run this query. So some error is there, this comma. Okay, so here we can see that now I am using this flag as 0 when my condition is met, and when my condition is not meeting I am putting as 1. So this is making my query a bit more convenient, because after this step I will just sum these values. So wherever my sum is coming as 0, that is my ideal candidate. If I put here as 1 and then else 0, then it will, even if there is one entry where the flag is 1, then it will add up and give us the answer. So I don't want that. I just want that all this percentage should be either more than 55 or more than 65. That's why I am using this 0, and if the sum will be 0, then I will retrieve that data. So over that I will just put a sum clause, sum here, and then sum of these values. Okay, now since I am using this sum, I will just put this as a window function. Over my student name. Again I am putting a window function because I don't want to lose all my details. I want my details. So now you can see for this A1 the sum value is 0. So this is my candidate, because we can see that candidate student A1 scored more than 55 in all these 3 subjects, and overall is also more than 65. But when we see for B1, this value 63, this overall percentage is not 65, so that's why we cannot retrieve it. And C1, D1 both scored the marks which are needed, so that's why in the answer we should get A1, C1 and D1. Now this will become my second CTE. I will put this as PTC flag as. Now from here what I will do, I will just select star from PTC underscore flag, where percentage flag equal to 0 and final percentage flag equal to 0. Okay, so we got this answer A1, C1, D1. We can still see all the details here. So now you can understand why I am using this over partition by this window function, because I am getting the answer along with all the details. If I have used aggregation function, normal aggregation, then we had to remove this detail. So as of now I don't want to remove details, because if I want to see the marks also instead of just the name of the student, if I want to see the marks also, so in this manner I can see the marks also. So this will give us the result. And if we want just the student name, then I can select a distinct student name. So this will give us only the name of the student. So A1, C1, D1. So these are the students who scored 55% in each subject individually and 65% overall. And if we want the details, we can just put select star. So this will give us all the details. Okay, so thanks for watching this video.